Didn't your parents raise you to be a nice, respectable girl?
Oh, she did not just do that.
I gather
Wow.
he spoke of his own daughter, that those are the core values your kind instills in their offspring.
Holy crap. She's really talking about Brynn's parents right now. Okay. Okay, everyone, so before heading into Upper Deneverun, I think it's time to go and consult with Sev about what just happened.
I appreciated your candor in the meeting, Sev.
It was terrifying. Wasn't sure I'd be allowed to stay. You didn't get to voice an opinion with the others. Are we?
If I yell, find if I can trust him. I need to know things haven't changed, like in the mood. I'm torn between the top one and the bottom one. I think we can trust him. I think we can. I hope we can.
All circumstances aside, you saved the day. Solar and I said we had your back, and it paid off. Quick thinking having the scry open.
True.
I knew something was wrong the moment that thing started talking to me when Stanild wasn't around. It was very focused on you.
Me?
So much so that it said the only way the plan would succeed was if you talked to it. It reeked of trap. I didn't survive a decade around Tars and Norians without picking up when someone's holding a knife behind their smile.
Ooh.
But you still took me down there.
Sorry. An educated risk. I felt there was nothing it could do and wanted the whole band to hear it talk. I don't think it understood we have the scry.
And Stanild wouldn't use one, of course.
The Talon was his deepest secret. Whom would he tell?
Can you tell me more about Stanild's plans for once he went through the Grand Gate?
He was counting on Isla. She was exceptional at protective fields. But even then, no. I don't think he had a real plan. The Talon had convinced him he'd be able to survive, and fool that he was, he trusted it. We can't afford that mistake.
No.
But I have a theory.
Oh.
You know how the weather sometimes skews wildly hot and cold?
Yep.
Right. The aeroliths.
What else do we see on similar cycles?
Miasma.
Exactly. So, it follows.
Weather
You
patterns.
think the aeroliths are able to affect raw magic somehow?
I do. And in Stanild's private records and designs. I found notes, specifically on aeroliths with Norian commentary.
You think the Norians were involved in their creation?
It would certainly explain why Tarza had such access to aeroliths before the Surge. If I'm right, this might be the key to making the source survivable.
Fewer tangles means less dead me. Absolutely. Where do we start?
You'll need to head to the Watersmith area of the Institute, and I'll guide you from there.
Okay, well, it looks like we are trusting Sev again, but before we do this, I'm going to go back to the In Memories quest here and try to get to some hidden fragments from the source. So obviously we've been to these areas before, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the video here and then I'll bring you back once I've actually got the fragments, because I think that's just easier.
Council records are meant to be public. Wonder what else the Eye was hiding from his people.
Also, before we go into the spire, I think it might be a good idea to try out the kinetic stream that we unlocked in the last video. So I think what we have to do, because I want to get to this room up here, I think, on the staircase. So I think if I cast it down here, I should be able to go straight up. Like that. And then if we walk through it... No, okay, not like that. If I put it up here, maybe we'll do it. Yes, there we go. And jump into it. Oh yeah, okay, it does kind of work. I think it's a little bit fiddly, especially when I'm on the ground, but it can definitely work for like launching enemies and launching myself up into higher places. So yeah, I think it could work.
Records on the construction and maintenance of grand gates across the Enclave.
See those massive pipes running along the roof? Norian design. I recognized them earlier, and they prompted my investigation into the Norians and the Enclave.
It seemed why Stanhill chose you as his lackey. You have a glorious thought beneath all that matted fur. My. That's the eye signal. Did you know it can reveal the Enclave's secrets? But I needed it to pry into the eye's darker truth.
They're shifting the place, Brynn. We're looking for tablets with a circle marked by 6 dots. They'll look blank, but I'll be able to read them when you bring them back.
Why not bring them to me instead? Think of what we could do.
Pass.
There we go. Alright.
That's one of them, Brynn. I hope they would still be down here.
What should we expect?
The Norians were experimenting without informing the Enclave on the aerolifts.
Oh.
They wanted them to do more than just moderate the weather. They wanted to control
Controlled
it.
it, yeah. Because they already
They got
controlled the
tired of
water as
long
well.
Winters? Gloomy days?
Think bigger. If you control the rain in a desert, you control the land itself.
Too unreliable. Why not just offer incredible power and endless life to the rulers?
Alright, so we're going to follow the pipes for Sev, and then we're going to go to the Circuit of Musing for Dharm, I think it is.
Let me guess. You're trying to find another way to reach the source. I'm all for it. We'll be able to speak more easily there.
Ugh, I'm sick of your voice already.
Me too.
The whiteness is unbecoming of you. Didn't your parents raise you to be a nice, respectful girl?
Oh, she did not just do that.
I gather
Wow.
he spoke of his own daughter, that those are the core values your kind instills in their offspring.
Holy crap. She's really talking about Brynn's parents right now. Okay.
Steelheads from an expedition to the source shortly after the surge. Enchanters to suffer severe damage to the coral. All who participated in the expedition were sworn to secrecy by divine power.
Place for easy reference. Okay. And there's our third one. Is there 4 or 6 to get? Okay, 4. So we need one more after this one. And we can learn what the Norians are up to. What information hidden in plain sight if serves to be believed?
That should be enough for us to piece their research together, Brynn.
How delightful. But Fussy One has you running his errands. And no, he is pleased.
Shush.
Yeah.
Will I be learning how Norians hide their information, Sev?
Yes. And if word gets out, we're both going to be hunted.
Oh.
The best knowledge is always dangerous.
I like this one.
Oh boy. Lane, watch yourself.
Last time we went looking for answers in the Bastion. Half the documents were torn to shreds. What else were they hiding behind the Eye's signet? Looks like research that's been compiled on the ecological and geographic impact of the surge across the Enclave's landscape. There's an entire section on the widening of the Great Chasm.
Oh, interesting. Ironically, even studying these texts was something of a Norian secret, with the writing being a special treatment on metal plates that could cause them to corrode into illegible or legible writing when properly treated. Oh, numerous initiatives. Okay.
I shouldn't be surprised the Norians use a fluid to conceal their secrets. It's ingenious, really. An acid of sorts that can etch the writing into the metal invisibly. And when you apply another compound, it oxidizes. It's like a legible rust. And yet, after you're done, you can just wipe it clean and it flakes off.
Medium aside, what did we learn?
As Sev expected, research on the aeroliths. It's a bit outside my speciality, so I passed it to Dam.
And how are we feeling about Sev's revelations?
It's not like I've never kept things from my friends, and I generally keep them from my family, so I empathize. But I don't keep them from the band. Anyway, Dam's waiting.
That is very true. Keeping things from your family is one thing, but keeping things from people that literally save your life is a completely different thing.
It's a little bit beautiful, isn't it? It's like reaching into the past and shaking hands with its designer. We have achieved much.
I think she'd be happy to see it up and running.
I think so too. Plans set in motion decades ago. Slowly ticking towards fruition. If we are so lucky.
I hope we can get up and running for Isla. Which one is it? Wait, what? I've got so many going on. Wait. Weathering the Storm and in Memories. Wait a minute, let me do this one as well. Sourced. To gather the visibility of harnessing the source as a way to access unlimited magic energy, and the other to go harvest and utilize the coral to enhance the Enclave's magical engineering capabilities. Wow. So the arcs are made out of the coral. Wow.
I hope you're not afraid of diving into bottomless pits.
Hardly. Maybe a little. Why?
Despite the Grand Gates no longer functioning, there is a more direct way to reach the source. By dropping straight down into a rift in Lower Denevron.
You know, last time I wanted to charge into a restricted area, you weren't so sure it was a great idea.
People change. Maybe I've learned a thing or two about calculated risk-taking from you. And the prospect of securing the source makes this a risk worth taking.
This is only one piece of the puzzle. The axle isn't going to budge until we figure out a way to lessen the tangles at the source.
With good reason. We don't want you to fry down there.
Yes, that would be nice. Thank you.
Lane said I should talk to you about the plates we found for Sev.
Perhaps you could walk with me?
Uh-oh.
Sure.
That's not good.
I have already passed my notes on. This conversation isn't about them.
Oh.
I wanted to ask how you're doing with regards to Sev.
Oh. Sev was suffering alone, share my thoughts. I'm a little disappointed. Did well given the tough situation, tell Dom about it. I'm disappointed, but considering that Sev was a person who didn't think that he could open up to people, I'm actually happy that he did. So I think he was genuinely in a tough situation with the eye, and considering the eye was also being manipulated by the Falcon, I think he did pretty well in a tough situation, I think. I'm confused between this one and this one, because he was suffering alone, but we told him he could talk to us, so I think I'm going to do this one.
At the end of the day, he broke his oath for us. I respect that. As soon as he felt there was a risk to the band, he correctly warned us.
It's true. His judgment has been better than his timing. Still, what we're seeing now is the chrysalis of a capable and intriguingly well-informed young man.
Sure.
He's going to go so much further with us than with the Norians.
Ultimately, I will say this. There was a time in my life I walked away from everything I held most important. Sev is handling it better than I did.
Oh.
He's not angry or bitter, he's just working through the problem. It's kind of you to help him. I'm sure he appreciates it more than he'll ever be able to say. So I'm saying it for him. Sev already has my notes. Good luck in your endeavors.
Oh, that's nice, Dom. So nice when other people can relate to other people's situations.
Exciting news, Brynn.
You figured out how to clear the source?
Nothing quite that far along, but we are a step closer. As I suspected, the Norians were doing experiments not even Enclave leadership knew about.
Oh.
Not to just stabilize the weather, but directly control its extremes.
Which is pretty much what we're seeing the aeroliths do, here and now.
Yep.
I honestly think that these experiments, left unattended, are the direct cause of the wild temperature changes.
Makes
Likely
sense.
contributed to the floods as well, though I suspect Asylum was the larger cause there. Regardless, if I can pick up where their research left off, we might have a solution to our problem at the source.
Okay.
Did your research say anything about miasma and tangles?
No. Those phenomena are too new to be in the records you recovered,
Oh.
which are pre-search.
So something else is making them miasma then.
If we succeed, will we be able to stop the weather fluctuations entirely?
I hope so, in time. But the system has been out of control for years. For now, I want to focus on our immediate problem of the source and the Surgeborn.
What did the Norians stand to gain controlling the weather anyway?
Their power base has always been in Taza, where the deserts need water to grow. Imagine being able to withhold rain or worsen heat at a whim. What kind of power would that give you? The kind the worst parts of the Order crave.
What will it take to move from might have a solution to definitely have a solution for the source?
The research you recovered focused on using patterns from creatures with natural flame and frost affinity. It used those patterns to briefly augment one part of the enchantments woven into an aerolith.
Use flame magic to tilt the aerolith hotter for a time.
Yes, exactly. And they had some success with it, proving the methods viable.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but too bad there aren't miasma creatures.
There's one, and Dharm already managed to recover some of its pattern.
Oh.
But not enough?
No. But it is a basis for my theory. And I think there's a way to recover patterns that could still influence miasma. What we need is to test against a complete set of exquisite resonances. One each of frost, flame, and kinetic. Any creature will do, however. Arcs, wild creatures, it doesn't matter. They've all lived through decades of this growing miasma cycle. We're going to combine them with the Norian's notes and Darm's studies of the Herald to build a device to influence the aeroliths. I gave the design to Sola. She said it should be doable, but wants your approval on which materials to use.
Oh.
If this could pull miasma out of the source somehow, sign me up.
It's the most promising lead I have. And it's very promising indeed.
Okay, Norian weather controller. Let's see if we can craft it. There it is, Norian weather controller. Oh, exquisite flame resonance. Oh no. Forge resource, we can just go up, I think. Oh, tower. Oh, dang it. Let's see if we can upgrade the weaves maybe and get them. Weave strand. Flame powers. Ooh. Fragile molten barrage. Magically inscribe a line of runes on any surface. They will rapidly emit balls of flame in random directions. Whoa! Wow. Holy moly, molten barrow strand. Holy. Oh, okay, so that means I have to go and get some more strands then, doesn't it? Oh. Exquisite. Blast of resonance. I think that means we have to upgrade one of ours fully. And the seventh strand. Yeah, I think this means we have to upgrade one of these to 3 stars and then we get it. Yeah, so I think I'm probably gonna have to do that off camera. Defeat some arcs, get the weaves, craft the new device, and then we're probably gonna jump into some miasma or fight a miasma creature. So I'll see you in the next video or live stream. Thank you so much for watching and peace out. There you go, buddy. It's okay.